Hello everyone, hope you are fine. In this video, I would like to show you why using the timeDate command on Linux. The first reason is to display and modify the current time and date. The second reason, I would like to show you how to list and change the time zone used by your server or your system. And finally, I want to show you how to activate or deactivate the NTP protocol or network time protocol to synchronize the system clock with a remote server. So here I am on my console. The first command I would like to type is timedatectl only without option. So this command displays the current date and time. First line display the local time, the date and the local time. On the second line, we can see the universal time using the UTC time zone. But on the first line, my local time used the CEST time zone. CEST stands for Central European Summertime. Then we can see the RTC time or real-time clock, the time zone used by my server. For example, my server used the Europe Paris time zone. Then we can see some information about NTP service if the NTP and the NTP synchronized, and also an additional information related to DST. So on my an example output, the timedatectl, as we can see on my system, does not use the NTP service because the NTP service enabled? No. It's a Boolean. Yes or no. And then the same thing for NTP to synchronize the system clock with a remote server. The NTP synchronized option is also no. So now I want to show you how we can change the current time and the current date. The first thing, I want to clear my screen. And now I want to type that command, the timedatectl. You can use also tabulation, time date tabulation to complete the command timedatectl, and I want to use the option set time to modify my time. And here we have to respect the format for hour, for minutes, and for minutes, and for seconds. So here I want to replace my hours, my minutes, and my seconds, and we have all typed in 2-digit form. So if I want to choose set the local time on, for example, 20 o'clock or 21 o'clock, so it will be 21:00 and 00. Enter. If I type the timedatectl only, we can see here I set time. I changed the local time on my server. So now the local time is 21 o'clock. Sorry. Now the same command I can use it to change the current date. So timedatectl set time, and now I want to change the date. So I want to use, for example, we have to respect this format: 4-digit for year, 2-digit for a month, with a 2-digit for a day of the month. So I want to choose, for example, 2022 for year, minus the second month, February, minus, for example, the February 10th. And now press enter, timedatectl, and now, as you can see here, I changed my date, so it's February 10th of 2022. But note here that changing the date without specifying the current time results in setting the time to 000000. So to use the correct format, we have to change the current date and keep the current time. For example, we have to use timedatectl set time, and then simple code, or not necessary, it's optional, 2022 02 10, and now just next to the date I want to put the time, so 210000, add invalid number, timedatectl set time. Now it's not an option, the simple code, it's necessary, it's obligatory. So now if I use the command timedatectl, we can see here that I changed the date, and now I change the current time also. Keep in mind, if you want to change just the time, use this command timedatectl set time and just the time, change the time. To change the current date, you have to change the current date and change also the current time, or keep the current time, but you have to type it in the command line. I want to clear my screen. And now I want to show you how we can change the time zone. So if I type the CTL, I showed you that that the time zone is set to use the Europe Paris. Now I want to change the time zone to use the Europe Berlin. So the first I want to type this command ctl list time zones. This command is used to list all available time zones on my system. So if you can see, all available time zone on my system. So I want to change the current time zone from Paris to Europe, Berlin. For example, I will use the same command. I want to add pipe grep Europe slash Berlin. Berlin. So it's here. And now I will copy this output and I would use to change the currently used time zone. I want to type this command timedatectl set time zone, and I want to paste the output of my last command Europe slash Berlin. And now if I type the command timedatectl only, as you can see here, I changed the time zone and my current time zone now is Europe Berlin. If I want to use the Europe Paris, just I want to modify that time zone on the timedatectl set minus time zone. And now timedatectl, I used the current time, the current zone on my system is Europe Paris. And now the last thing I want to show you here is how we can enable the service NTP service, NTP or network time protocol, as opposed to the manual adjustments. So for example, when I use the timedatectl with option set minus time to change the current time and the current date, it's manually. So we can do it automatically by just enabled the NTP service and to synchronize the system clock with a remote NTP server. So I want to use so now the timedatectl command only, just to show you that the NTP service on my server is not activated. So to activate it, I want to use this command timedatectl set minus NTP, and now it's Boolean. It's yes or no. And as my service NTP server is not activated, so I want to activate it. So I want to replace Boolean by yes. Now timedatectl, as you can see here, the NTP enabled. So now the service NTP is enabled, so I can't use the command set timedatectl set time set time. I can't use this command. So as you can see here, this command is just to change the current time and the current date manually. But now the output is failed to set time because the automatic time synchronization is enabled. If I disable the NTP service, I can use this command to set the time or the date manually. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture.